Are you making the most of every paycheck? If you feel like your income could be working better for you, but you're not quite sure how, I'm here to help. I'm sharing a few strategies to help you make your income work better for you. Hi everyone, I'm Rhea Reeves, founder and finance coach of City Girl Savings. I teach and empower women to reach their financial goals through proper budgeting and skills. You can learn more about me at citygirlsavings.com. All right, so let's talk about making your income work better for you. You are working hard, you are bringing money in, but for whatever reason, it feels like you are either living paycheck to paycheck or not doing as much as you think you could with your income. I'm going to share a few strategies that you can start implementing next pay period so that you can make your paycheck work a little better for you. So, number one, save right when you get paid. Direct deposit is the best way to go. So, if you feel like you should be saving money, you have manual transfers set up, but for whatever reason, if you do transfer anything into your savings account, you're pulling it back. Figure out a safe number that you can have automatically transferred into savings each pay period and have that money automatically moved. Take the pressure off of you to actually complete the transfer, and also give yourself a reasonable amount so that if you are saving too much, it's not going to hurt you in the long run. You're saving a safe number. All right, second tip, try to make your expenses even each pay period. So if you are paid bi-weekly or weekly, this can really help you. If you're paid monthly, you only have one pay period each month. But if you're paid weekly or bi-weekly, try to make your expenses even each pay period so that each paycheck works just as hard. Instead of having one paycheck that works very, very hard for you and then the other paycheck that doesn't work so hard, you have a lot of extra money left over, which is usually spent. Try to make your expenses even for each pay period so that each paycheck can be an equal amount of work. In order to do this, you may have to call some of your bill companies, credit card companies, and see if you can get your due date changed. But they are usually willing to work with you if you let them know. Another thing you can do to make your income work better for you is to limit your discretionary spending to whatever is left over after your bills and expenses are covered. So I'm going to walk you through this. I know I said a lot. So what I found that people typically do is at the beginning of the month or just based on their pay period, they say, okay, I bring home $2,000 a paycheck, so I'll give myself $200 for fun and the rest will be there to cover my bills. They make that decision before they realize what bills need to be paid for in the month. I want you to do it the other way around. I want you to figure out exactly what bills need to be covered for that pay period and then see what's left over. If $200 is left over and you can use that for discretionary spending, great. But if only $50 is left over after your bills and expenses are covered, and that's what you can use for discretionary spending, that's the safe number. That's what's going to keep you in budget because you know all of your bills and expenses are covered, but now you have money that's left over for you to enjoy yourself. So instead of deciding, at the start of each pay period, here's what I'm going to give myself for fun, look at all of the bills that need to come out that pay period, see what's left over, let that be your fun number. Next thing you can do is think about if your expenses exceed your income. So let's say you've decided on a safe amount for saving, you've made your expenses even each pay period, you've even allocated a little bit of money for you to have some fun. But what if at the end of the day, your expenses exceed your income? You really only have two options. You can cut back your expenses or you can increase your income. Those are the only two options. So let's just say that you're making $4,000 a month, but all of your bills, expenses, savings, discretionary spending totals $4,500 a month. That means you either need to cut down those expenses to be $4,000 to equal out to your pay period, because no matter what, you always want to, at minimum, break even. Okay, so you have that option. Bring your expenses down to meet your income, or you can bring your income up to meet your expenses. So if you don't feel like you have any area you can cut back, if you don't want to cut back any area, you have the option to bring in more money so that you can cover those expenses. But remember, at a minimum, your income must equal your expenses. So if you're spending more than you make, you're just going to get further and further behind. So please keep that in mind when you're looking at your numbers, when you're looking at your bills, income, expenses. At minimum, you need to be breaking even. And then my final tip for you today is to have a plan for extra income. So we talked about what you can do on a regular basis to make your income work better for you, but I also want you to think about those windfalls that come your way throughout the year, whether they're consistent or not. Having a plan for extra income takes a little bit of pressure off you to figure out what to do with it. Hey, put it to savings, pay off debt, or get ahead on bills. Those are three great options you could do. Before any extra money comes your way, you can say, okay, that's what I would do if the extra money does come my way. And then you can, when it does come, do what you got to do with it instead of spending it. The goal is to make the most of your income, even if it is one-off and unexpected. Have a plan for it before it even comes your way. So there you have it, a few of my tips to help you make your income work better for you. If you want more money saving tips, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the red button that you see on this video. And if you're looking for some quick money wins, download my free money multiplier checklist. I will link to it in the description of this video, and I will see you next time. Here's to making your income work better for you. Bye, everyone.